too wanting to film me. Right. If you use one of these babies on a regular basis, there's a lot of you guys out there that have come across the problem where you get like a greyish colour coming off the end of your roller and ended up on your ceilings and stuff like that. And in this video, I'm going to show you guys how to stop it using liquid resin or liquid plastic and coating the end of your rollers up. But a lot of the problem is occurring from the aluminium of your roller cage. Like this is like an old Hamilton one, where the aluminium's rubbing on the plastic, and the emulsion is also mixing on the aluminium and creating that little bit of a grey colour coming off the end of your roller and end up on your walls and ceilings. So yeah, I'm going to show you how to coat your end of your roller cage up in liquid plastic, and it will, trust me, it will eliminate that problem for near enough ever. I've had this one now, I've done absolutely shed loads of plots, and I've had no problem at all. No grey coming off the end of the roller and ending up on the walls or ceilings. So I'm going to show you guys how to do that, and it's very easy. Right, first thing you're going to need is get yourself on the internet, eBay, Amazon, wherever, and get yourself like a 2-pack. This is like a 2-pack liquid resin. You mix it together equal amounts. When it dries, it forms a rock hard plastic, in this case on the end of your roller cage, right? So you're going to need some of that. I think these are about 15 odd quid, and like, I've used all this on all types of things, so don't go to waste, you know what I mean? Then, if you want to personalise it, so no, if somebody nicks your roller, well, your roller cage and your sleeve, you can get little dyes. In this video I'm going to use a little red dye in with that resin, and the only reason for that is really in case somebody nicks your roller, they're not going to scrape all liquid plastic off the end of the roller either, so you could probably catch them. And you're also going to need an ice cube container to mix the resin up in. This will actually have to come out, as you can see, look. There you go, that's what it dries like. Yep. So get yourself one of these ice cube makers. If you work on site and the kitchen's fitted, you can always rob it out of the freezer in the kitchen. No, not really. Don't do that. I was just joking. But now get one of these from your own house, right? For mixing the resin up. And this is what you're going to end up with. Now, I've had these 2 cages 20 odd years, high strength aluminium, video on that, on the channel somewhere along the line. I prefer this particular make because it doesn't catch a lot of the paint and hold a lot of the paint on the frame compared to a Purdy. As long as you get the high strength aluminium, pay decent money for it, it'll last you a lifetime. And that's what it looks like. That's what I'm going to do. And then your roller sleeve fixes on that, and jobs are good, really, to be fair. Simple as that. One thing I'm going to point out, and that is when it comes to your screw bits on the end, right, you're not going to be able to do that end screw because like, you're going to need to take it off, and if it's covered in plastic, you know, it'll just break off or something anyway. So all you're going to do is that pin and the end bit there. Yep, simple as that, guys. Simple, very simple. So there you go. So yeah, let's get on with it. I'm going to show you how to customise this particular type of roller cage and eliminate that discolouring that comes off the end of your roller. Go, let's get on with it, shall we? Right then, boys and girls, here we have it. Now, what you've got to do is take your your pin, your screw pin, out of there. You've got to do that separately, right? Put a bit of scratch in there, like so. Basically what you're doing that for is to protect the thread that your pin goes back into, right? Get that a little bit of a sand down, a bit of a key. You might find you've got to repeat this process twice to get that sort of really solid effect on there. Okay, so don't think you can just dip it in once and that's it. You're gonna find you're gonna do this twice. So you'll end up mixing the stuff up twice. Right, so we'll just put that to one side for a minute. Give your stuff a good shake. Put half and half in. Yeah. Right, so like I say, I'm putting a bit of dye in this because like it shows up nicely for you guys, and 3 drops, that's all, in that little bit, and it really does stop anybody from robbing your cage, roller cage, doesn't it? There you go, you can see that, can't you? Yeah. Yeah, I tell you what, this stuff is the best thing ever invented, I'm not joking. It's absolutely amazing. Good stir. Like so. And you've got to start using this when it gets to the point that it's going off a little bit. As you can see, that's just too thin to do anything with it at the minute. Yeah. So I'll probably let that go off a little bit. Drops are good. I'll just give you a quick general idea while I'm waiting for it to go off. That's what you're going to do with that. But when it's gone off a bit, and you will find especially with this pin as well, as it's going off and you've got the stuff on here like that, you've got to sort of like dangle it around a bit like that. And like I said, you know, I've had it done on the other roller cage, and oh, it's brilliant, to be honest, just absolutely brilliant. Right guys, I've been waiting about 5 minutes now. It's just starting to thicken up now a little bit now. So it's starting to go off. Like I say, you will need to like 2 coat the bits that you're coating up in this stuff. So do it once, let it completely go off and do it again. Yeah. So let's get this pin sorted out, because this is one of the main bits. Yeah. What I tend to do is get that on there, just keep spinning it round. Right. Get this one here. Bit fiddly, I know, but you know, worth it in the end. Let's just take a bit of that off. And that's there to start that going on the thing, like I said. Just get that in there like so. Try and get what I'll do here. Just want that to come up a bit more. So just do that. Just don't expect to get it done in one coat, because it won't. Just won't do it in one coat. And just keep spinning them around until it goes off. Simple as that. And it does really stick well to this aluminium. And just keep holding it and holding it, turning it round until it goes dry. And what you'll have to do, when it's gone off quite a bit, just pull that scratch out and expose the threads. Really, what I tend to do, I just tend to do this one on its own and do this frame as a separate job, because it's a bit of a nightmare trying to do them both at the same time, to be honest. I'm just doing it like this for, you know, the video purposes, to be honest. You know what I mean? Right guys, just coming up to the second coat on the roller cage. Yeah. What I've done here, you might find this a bit better. I've just got the cap for the corking gun. Cut it down, mixed up the resin in there. I've just got the end of a pen here, or the inside of a pen. I'm just waiting for that resin to go off so I can give the pin another coat. So there's the pin that goes in the end of the roller cage. That's had like one coat. I've just get that a bit of a D-nib. And like I say, you've got to give these things a 2 coat, but don't over coat this up with a liquid plastic, otherwise you won't get it through the gap there. Right, so just put a couple of half decent coats on that and it'll be alright. Like I say, there you go, use that, cut that in half, mix the resin up on there, and ideally do each section separate. So do that, mix some resin up for that, then mix some resin up for the end of that separate in the ice cube maker. And what I've done here is, instead of using scratch, you might find getting a pen and cutting it down and pulling it in there. It's easier to get that out than it is a bit of scratch. Right, and so my resin is starting to go off a bit now. The reason I've used that is because I'm using less resin when I chop that off, so I'm not wasting as much. That, like I say, that's had one coat, bit of a D-nib, bit of a scratch to bond the second coat, and all you have to do is dip it in like so. Let the excess drip off. And just keep, that's near enough starting to go off now, and that'll be a lovely coat. So, admittedly, you're wasting what's in there, but it's really difficult to do 2 at a time. So I'm just gonna just keep twisting that round till it starts going completely off, and that'll be lovely. You can see how the second coat really does finish it off, can't you? So I won't bore you with watching liquid plastic dry or paint dry, just show you that. You know what I mean? There you go. Just gotta wait for that to go off. That's the second coat. Looks good now, doesn't it? Right, and boys and girls, mixed up the resin, added the dye in the ice cube container. So I'm just going to wait for that to go off and dip the other end in like that. like I say, probably best to use a pen and cut it down. It's easier, it's stiffer, and when you come to take it out, just get a pair of pliers and twist that out. I've also put a bit of masking tape down there so you get a straight line. So yeah, happy days. Right then guys, for the second coat of liquid plastic on the Hamilton roller cage. Resin's starting to go off now, so we're going to get a bit of a butcher's. Want to make sure we let's check it, get some, going up to the thing there. It's going off nicely. So yeah, there you go. Let it drip off. So that's basically it. Get the second coat on, keep spinning it around, and I'll show you that when it's completely dry. Just put a bit more on there. So yeah, there you go. Job's a good one. Right guys, this is where it gets a little bit tricky. You've got to get grips on that bit of pen and sort of like twist that from side to side and pull it out without doing any damage. So I'm just going to do that. Right, there you go, I've pulled it out. The only thing you've got to watch out for is getting that as good as you can. Like that. I'm just going to take that tape off now. Right, so I'm just going to take this tape off. And there you go. A nice neat line going around it. And that's all done as well. So yeah, there you go. Lovely jubbly. Isn't it? Beautiful. There you go, it's all finished now. The liquid resin, liquid plastic is all on the ends, on the pins. As you can see, look, you can still screw that out. So that you just won't get no grey coming out of the end of that now. Bang on. That's what it is, and it makes it difficult for someone to rob it without you knowing it's yours, doesn't it? So happy days. Right, so there you go guys. If you want to stop that grey colour coming out the end of your roller on a permanent basis, then that's the type of thing you've got to be doing with it. You've got to get yourself some liquid plastic, liquid resin, and you've got to coat these ends up. Now, like I said, bear in mind, you're going to have to get a couple of coats, and it's not as easy as it looks. It is quite difficult to get it looking like it's come out the factory. If you have a close look at this, it's a bit bubbly, and you know, it's not perfect, because it is quite difficult to achieve that, as if it's come like straight from a shop. Now with Purdy, their pins and everything have got plastic on them. The only problem I find with the Purdy is it's all plastic and it's quite weak. It just won't take the hammering that a proper house painter, house basher will give one of these on a daily basis. That's why I don't use the Purdy. On these particular Hamilton ones, they are, if you buy the right one, you've got to be careful. High strength aluminium, these last forever, they don't catch a lot of paint, So that's why I prefer these Hamiltons. Disadvantages, they've got no plastic coating over the pins and everything. And when them pins are rubbing on the black plastic or the water gets on the aluminium and it starts making it dirt and it spins out all over your ceiling, you know, you don't want that. And this is one of the only ways you're going to achieve the result of not getting the grade coming out of the end of your roller. Plus, like I say, if you do it in like a reddish colour, put that dye in it, even if somebody robbed it, which you obviously want to try and avoid, but if somebody robbed it and you come across them on a different site, you're going to say, hey look mate, that's mine, and then you're going to knock them out, aren't you? So, yeah. So yeah, that's roughly it. That's what you need to be doing to stop that grade coming out at the end of your roller. It's the only way, I'm afraid. So yeah, I hope you found that video informative. If you did, don't forget to leave us a comment. Let us know if you're going to have a go. So yeah, that's roughly it guys, that's roughly it. Hope you enjoyed content of this video from yours truly, the Candleman. Until next time, catch you.